Welcome back to the Drowsy Inquirer. Tonight we are deleting your calendar. We are tearing up your schedule. We are ignoring the clock on your wall. You live in a world of seconds, minutes, and hours. You rush. You panic because you are late. You worry because a week went by too fast. But beneath your feet, there is a different clock ticking. It is the clock of the earth. It does not tick in seconds. It ticks in eras. It ticks in millions of years. Tonight, we are going to synchronize your breathing with the movement of tectonic plates. We are going to travel back to a time before cars, before cities, before humans, and even before dinosaurs. We are going to the earth before noise. A time when the loudest sound was the wind scraping against bare rock. A time when a single day lasted only 6 hours because the planet spun so fast. A time of absolute geological patience. Close your eyes. Let the modern world dissolve. We are digging down. We are going back to the beginning. We start at the starting line, 4.6 billion years ago. The Hadean Eon. Imagine the Earth not as a blue marble, but as a ball of molten slag. There is no ocean. There is no green. There is only gray and red. It is hot, but we are here to watch it cool. And cooling is a very slow process. Visualize a sea of lava. It is thick. It is heavy. It bubbles slowly. Bloop, bloop. Now watch it form a crust, just like the skin on a bowl of hot soup left out in the cold. Gray rock begins to float on top of the red fire. Basalt, granite, these are the first solid things in existence. For millions of years, this is all that happens. Rock hardening, heat escaping. There is no rush. The earth has nowhere to be. It just spins and cools. And then the rain begins. But this is not a summer shower. This is the great rain. As the planet cools, steam condenses, and it rains, and it rains, and it rains. It rains for thousands of years without stopping for a single second. Drop by drop, the basins fill up. The lowlands become puddles. The puddles become lakes. The lakes become oceans. The sound of this rain hitting the hot rocks is a constant white noise hiss. Shh! Imagine that sound. A hiss that lasts for 1,000,000 years, washing away the heat, creating the first oceans. The water is green because of the iron. The sky is orange because of the methane. It is an alien world, but it is calm. There is no life to disturb the peace, just water and rock settling into an eternal embrace. We move forward. But forward means jumping 1,000,000,000 years. We are now in the Archean Eon, 3.8 billion years ago. The oceans have settled. The earth is quiet, but something is growing in the shallows. Stromatolites. These are not plants. They are mats of bacteria, cyanobacteria. They look like slimy, wet rocks, and they are doing the most boring, important job in history. They are sitting there, photosynthesizing, taking in sunlight, releasing a tiny, microscopic bubble of oxygen. Pop, one bubble, then a long pause, then another bubble. pop. This is the only action on Earth for hundreds of millions of years. Slime releasing gas. Imagine sitting on a beach in the Archean Eon. There are no seagulls screaming. There is no waves crashing because the moon is closer and the tides are gentler. There is just the sound of bubbles rising. This process is so slow that it takes 2 billion years to change the air. Adopt their pace. Be a stromatolite. Sit still. Breathe out. You have plenty of time. Now we arrive at my favorite era. The scientists literally call this the boring billion. Geologically speaking, it is the Mesoproterozoic era, from 1.8 billion years ago to 0.8 billion years ago. For 1 entire billion years, almost nothing happened. The climate stabilized, the tectonic plates stopped moving quickly, the chemistry of the ocean stopped changing, evolution stalled. It was the ultimate Sunday afternoon of the planet. The Earth took a nap for 1 billion years. The days were 18 hours. The moon hung heavy in the sky. If you were an observer during the boring billion, you could wake up, live 1,000 lifetimes, and go back to sleep, and the world would look exactly the same. There is a profound comfort in stasis. We are taught that things must always improve, change, grow, but the Earth disagrees. Sometimes it is okay to just exist, to just float, to just be. Visualize yourself floating in the ocean of the boring billion. The water is warm, the sky is purple, nothing is hunting you, nothing is expecting you. You are suspended in 1 billion years of calm. Let the boredom wash over you. It is a luxury. But eventually the nap ends, the blanket is pulled up, the Earth decides to slow down even more. It decides to stop moving entirely. We travel to 720 million years ago. The temperature drops, the carbon dioxide is sucked out of the air, the poles begin to freeze. But the ice doesn't stop at the poles. It creeps forward, mile by mile, century by century. It crosses Canada, it crosses Europe, it reaches the equator. The entire planet becomes a solid ball of ice, snowball Earth. The oceans are sealed under 1 kilometer of ice. The continents are buried under white glaciers. The reflection of the sun on the white ice is blinding, but it is the silence that we are interested in. Think about how quiet it is when it snows outside, that muffled silence. Now multiply that by an entire planet. No water moving, no leaves rustling, no animals breathing, just the wind howling over endless flat sheets of ice. This is the deepest hibernation the Earth has ever known. Life is holding its breath. Under the ice, microscopic life is sleeping, waiting. Imagine you are encased in this ice, like a prehistoric insect in amber. You are perfectly preserved, perfectly still. The cold is numbing. It numbs your worries. It numbs your thoughts. Nothing moves in the cryogenian, and neither do you. We have frozen the world. We have stopped time. But deep underground, the fire still burns. Volcanoes are waiting to break the silence, but that is a story for later. For now, stay in the ice. Stay in the quiet white room of the cryogenian.
Let the cold soothe your tired mind.
We left the world frozen, a white, silent ball of ice floating in the vacuum. But nothing stays frozen forever. Deep beneath the tectonic plates, the heat of the core found a way out. Volcanoes pierced the ice, carbon dioxide filled the air, and slowly, agonizingly slowly, the snowball Earth began to melt. Listen to the sound of the melt. Drip, drip, crack. It took millions of years for the ice to retreat to the poles, and what it revealed was a new world, a wet world, a world ready to breathe. Before the dinosaurs, before the fish, before even the hard shells, there was the Ediacaran period, 635 million years ago. This is the most peaceful time in the history of biology, because nothing had teeth, nothing had claws, nothing had eyes. Imagine a shallow ocean floor. The water is warm and murky. Lying on the sand are creatures that look like quilted pillows, or bath mats, or ferns made of jelly. Let us list them, one by one, to honor their stillness. Insomnia, a flat oval creature, ribbed like a mattress. It grew up to a meter long. It didn't swim, it didn't hunt, it just lay on the sand, absorbing nutrients through its skin. It didn't move for its entire life. Imagine that level of rest. Charnia, it looked like a leaf anchored to the sea floor, swaying gently in the current, left, right, for millions of years. Kimberella, a small slug-like mollusk, moving so slowly that you would need a time-lapse camera to see it inch forward. There were no predators in the Ediacaran. There was no fear. It was the Garden of Eden, but quieter. If you were there, you would just float among these soft, living pillows, bumping gently into them, drifting. This era lasted for 90 million years, 90 million years of soft, silent peace. Let your mind become soft like an Ediacaran creature. No hard thoughts, no sharp edges, just a soft shape resting on the floor of the world. We move forward now to the main event of deep time, the Carboniferous period, 358 million years ago. The world has turned green, but not the green of bright grass. This is the dark, heavy green of primitive moss and ferns. This is the age of the great coal forests. The oxygen levels are skyrocketing. Today, oxygen is 21%. In the Carboniferous, it was 35%. The air is thick, heavy, rich. If you took a breath there, you would feel hyperoxygenated, dizzy, heavy. Let us walk into this forest. There are no birds singing. Birds haven't evolved yet. There are no monkeys screaming. Mammals haven't evolved yet. There is only the sound of the wind and the hum of insects. The trees here are alien. They are not wood. They are giant weeds. Lepidodendron, the scale tree. It grows 50 meters tall. Its bark looks like the skin of a reptile, diamond-shaped scales covering the trunk. It doesn't have branches until the very top, just a long green pillar rising into the mist. Sigiliaria, another giant. It looks like a tall cactus with a mop of grass on top. Calamites, the giant horsetail. Imagine a bamboo stalk, but it is 30 meters tall and thick as a barrel. These trees grow in vast, endless swamps. The ground is mud, deep, sucking black mud. When a tree dies, it falls into the mud. Because there are no bacteria yet that can digest this tough wood, the trees do not rot. They just pile up, layer upon layer, trunk upon trunk, sinking into the muck. This is where the coal comes from. Every piece of coal we burn today is a ghost from this silent forest. Think of the patience of that coal, waiting 300 million years to be found, sleeping in the dark earth. And in this silence there are giants. Because of the high oxygen, insects grow to impossible sizes. Meganeura, a dragonfly, but not a normal dragonfly. Its wingspan is 75 centimeters, the size of a hawk. It flies through the mist with a low, drone-like hum, buzz, a deep, vibrating sound. Arthropleura, a millipede, but it is 2.5 meters long, the size of a car. It crawls slowly over the rotting logs, hundreds of legs moving in a wave. Click, 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 click. There is nothing to be afraid of. They are just giants moving in slow motion in a high oxygen atmosphere. The air is humid, warm, sticky. It wraps around you like a heavy, wet blanket. You are sinking into the Carboniferous mud. It is soft, it is warm, it holds you. The forests eventually dry out. The world changes again. We enter the Permian period, 299 million years ago. The continents have crashed together. They have formed one single supercontinent, Pangaea. One giant island in a global ocean. The center of Pangaea is a desert, vast, dry, red. The silence here is different. It is the silence of heat, the shimmering heat haze on the horizon. But the Permian ends with the most profound quiet the Earth has ever known, the Great Dying. This sounds scary, but in the context of deep time, it is just a reset button. In Siberia, the ground opened up, the Siberian traps. Volcanoes didn't just explode, they flooded. Lava flowed for thousands of years. It covered an area the size of the United States in deep molten rock. The ash blocked the sun. The oceans turned stagnant. 96% of all marine life vanished. 70% of all land life vanished. The earth became a graveyard. But a graveyard is peaceful. The noise of life stopped. The buzzing of the insects stopped. The splashing of the amphibians stopped. There was only the wind, blowing over the purple oceans and the red rocks. A stillness that lasted for 10 million years. The recovery was slow. The earth took a long, deep breath. It is okay to stop. It is okay to be empty. The Permian earth was empty and it survived. You can be empty tonight too. You don't need to produce anything. You don't need to be Meganeura. You don't need to be lepidodendron. You can just be the rock, waiting for the rain. As Pangaea sits there, hot and silent, deep underground, the plates are beginning to tear. A crack is forming, a crack that will one day become the Atlantic Ocean. but that crack opens at the speed of a growing fingernail, 2 centimeters per year. Watch the crack grow. 1 year, 2 centimeters. 2 years, 4 centimeters. 1 million years, 20 kilometers. It is agonizingly slow, and it is perfect. We will watch the continents drift in the final chapter. We will watch the monsters rise, but for now, stay in the fog of the Carboniferous. Stay in the red dust of the Permian.
We have seen the ice melt. We have seen the first soft creatures. But now the oceans begin to fill with strange, hard shapes. We travel to the Cambrian period, 541 million years ago. The land is still empty. There are no trees, only rock and sand. But under the water, life is experimenting. It is creating monsters, but they are small, slow monsters. Let us float in this ancient warm ocean and catalogue them, one by one. Item 1. Anomalocaris. Anomalocaris. The name means strange shrimp. It is the giant of its time, 1 meter long. It swims by undulating flaps on its side, like a waving curtain. Wave, wave, wave. It has 2 spiny arms in front of its mouth. It drifts through the murky water, looking for prey with its compound eyes. But it is in no rush. The water supports its weight completely. Item 2. Opabinia. Opabinia. A creature that looks like a mistake. It has 5 eyes on stalks, 5 eyes watching the silence of the sea floor. It has a long nozzle, like a vacuum cleaner hose, to pick up food. It crawls over the sponges, softly, quietly. Item 3. Hallucigenia. Hallucigenia. It looks like a worm walking on stilts, spikes on its back, long, thin legs. It moves so slowly that it barely seems alive. It grazes on the organic mat, grazing, eating, existing. Item 4. Trilobites, the rulers of the mud. There are thousands of species. Some are smooth, some are spiky, some are flat. They curl up into balls when they rest. Imagine millions of trilobites curled up in the dark mud, sleeping for millions of years, perfect armored stones. The ocean floor is a carpet of these creatures, scurrying, burrowing, hiding. The water pressure is heavy here. It presses against their shells. It presses against you, holding you down, keeping you safe. We leave the water. We skip forward past the extinction. We arrive at the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods, the time of the dinosaurs. But we are not here for the T-Rex. We are not here for the screaming predators. We are here for the sauropods, the longnecks, the largest, slowest land animals in the history of the universe. Imagine a forest of araucaria trees, tall pines. The ground shakes rhythmically. Boom, pause, boom, pause. A herd is coming, but they are moving in slow motion. Let us observe the titans. Titan 1, Brachiosaurus. Brachiosaurus. It stands 13 meters tall, looking into a fourth-story window. It weighs 50 tons. That is the weight of 10 elephants. It does not run. It cannot run. It simply walks. It reaches its long neck up to the highest branches. It strips the leaves. Crunch, crunch. It chews slowly. Its heart beats slowly, pummeling blood up that long neck. Thump, thump. Diplodocus, Diplodocus, the suspension bridge of the Jurassic. It is 25 meters long, mostly neck and tail. Its tail is a whip, but it rests it on the ground most of the time. It stands by the lake, drinking gallons and gallons of water. The reflection in the lake is still. The dinosaur is still. Time is still. Argentinosaurus, Argentinosaurus, the heavyweight champion, up to 100 tons. When it lays down to rest, it looks like a hill. Imagine resting against the side of a sleeping Argentinosaurus. It is warm. It is solid like a mountain. You can feel its breathing, a slow rise and fall, in and out, taking minutes for a single breath. These animals have no predators when they are full grown. They have no anxiety. They just eat, walk, and sleep. They are monuments of flesh and bone. The sun sets over the Jurassic jungle. The sky turns purple. The giants stop moving. They stand among the trees, blending into the shadows, sleeping while standing up, statues of the ancient world. The insects hum. The ferns rustle, and the heavy breathing of the dinosaurs is the only sound you hear. Let yourself be heavy like them. Let your limbs feel like they weigh 50 tons. You cannot lift them. You don't want to lift them. You are grounded.
We have watched the ice melt. We have watched the giant bugs die. Now we move closer to the present, but we are still far, far away from the noise of cities. We arrive at the Pleistocene epoch, 2.5 million years ago to 11,000 years ago. The world has cooled down again. Ice sheets have returned. They cover New York. They cover London. They cover Berlin. The sea levels have dropped. You could walk from England to France on dry land. This is the era of the megafauna, the giants. Let us stand on the mammoth steppe. It is cold. It is dry. The wind blows through the yellow grass. There are no trees to break the wind. Listen to the silence of the steppe. And now, let us watch the giants pass by, one by one, in slow motion. The animals of this time are slow. They are heavy. They are built for the cold. The woolly mammoth, Mammuthus primigenius. Imagine a creature the size of a bus, wrapped in thick brown fur. Its tusks are curved, 3 meters long. It walks with a slow, rhythmic thud, 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 thud. It uses its trunk to brush away the snow. It eats the dry grass. It breathes out a cloud of steam. It is in no hurry. It has nowhere to go, just the endless white horizon. The woolly rhinoceros, Colodonta antiquitatis. 2 horns, thick skin. It stands still in the blizzard, like a statue made of leather and fur.
The snow piles up on its back. It does not shake it off. It waits. The giant ground sloth, Megatherium. This creature is 6 meters tall when it stands up. It weighs 4 tons. It moves slower than any animal we know today. It reaches up to a tree branch. It pulls it down. It chews slowly, methodically. It is the master of saving energy. Glyptodon. Imagine an armadillo, but the size of a Volkswagen Beetle, a living tank. It grazes on the riverbanks, safe inside its shell. Nothing can hurt it. Nothing disturbs it. It is a moving rock. These animals lived in a quiet world. They did not run unless they had to. They saved every calorie. Channel the energy of the ground sloth. Do not move fast. Do not think fast. Be heavy. Be slow. Eventually, the ice retreated. The giants vanished, and a noisy species called humans appeared. But we are going to skip them, because humans are just a blink of an eye in geological time. We are going to skip over the noise of history. We are going to jump forward to the deep future, to the time when the Earth becomes quiet again. 250 million years from now, the continents will crash together again. The Atlantic Ocean will close. The Americas will collide with Africa. A new supercontinent will form, Pangaea Proxima. The Earth will slow down its rotation. The days will be longer. The sun will be brighter. Much of the land will be a vast, silent desert. Imagine standing on the cliffs of this future continent. The ocean is still there. The waves still crash, but there are no ships. There are no planes. The radio signals have faded. The internet is gone. The Earth has returned to its natural state: rock, water, wind, and silence. It is a comforting thought. All the stress of the modern world is temporary. The buildings will crumble, the roads will turn to dust, and the Earth will heal itself in the silence. We go even further, 5 billion years from now. The sun is running out of fuel. It expands. It turns red, a red giant. It fills the horizon, a massive, angry red ball of fire. But it is not violent. It is just tired. It swallows Mercury. It swallows Venus. The Earth is scorched. The oceans evaporate. The atmosphere is stripped away. The planet becomes a silent, burnt rock, drifting in the solar wind. This is not a sad ending. It is a peaceful ending, like a candle burning out. The Earth has worked hard for billions of years. It supported trilobites, dinosaurs, mammoths, humans, and now it rests. It returns to the dust from which it came, just floating particles in the dark. We have traveled from the molten beginning to the frozen middle to the silent end. We have spent time with rocks, with ice, with sloths, and with dust. You are made of the same atoms as the woolly mammoth. You are made of the same carbon as the coal forests. You are part of this deep, slow time. Your anxieties belong to the fast world, but your body, your bones, belong to the slow world. Let your body return to that rhythm. Be heavy like the granite. Be still like the ice. Be silent like the fossil deep underground. The geological clock is ticking, but you cannot hear it. Sleep now. Wait for the next era. Drift in the deep time. Good night.